Today we're talking about how vinyl records are graded based on their condition. Now, this topic is actually something I've wondered about for a while now, because whenever I'm on Discogs or eBay looking at a particular record, and I see these little codes like near mint, very good plus, etc., I've kind of wondered about them. So I figured I would do some research, make this video, and let you know what I found. So starting off, let's talk about the Gold Mine Grading Guide. So this guide is sort of an industry standard resource that companies like Discogs and other reputable sellers use as their go-to guide. So essentially, since this one is the gold standard, pun totally intended, let's talk about how it works in practice. So according to their website, goldminemag.com, there's a total of 6 different record grades or categories. So first off, we have mint. This denotes a record and a record jacket that are 100% impeccable and flawless. These records are usually sealed, but even if they're not, the discs are still glossy and shiny, and they've never been played before. These records have no scratches, no warps, they show no signs of human handling, no handwriting, no price tags that have been ripped off, no ring wear, and no creases or seam splits on the record jacket. Basically, these records are diamonds in a sea of coal. They are perfect. All right, now moving down on our list, we have near mint. This grade means a record that is almost perfect. So maybe it's been opened, but it's still never been played. Or maybe it's only been played once, and it still looks brand new. So the grooves look great. It has no warps, no visible defects, no writing or stickers on the label, and the cover has no creases, ring wear, or seam splits. Basically, this grade is kind of a safe way of saying mint. In fact, according to Discogs' website, many record dealers won't even give a grade higher than this because they feel that no record is ever truly perfect. And that does make a lot of sense. All right, now moving further down, we have very good plus. So this is a record that, with the exception of a few minor things, would be near mint. Basically, these records show slight signs of wear. So light scuffs or scratches or even warps that don't affect the sound. They might also show minor signs of handling, light ring wear, slight discoloration of the album jacket, a minor seam split less than 1 inch long on the bottom of the jacket, and even a record whose jacket has a small cutout marking, also known as a hole punch record or a notched record or a remaindered record, just as long as the vinyl record itself is still in good condition. All right, now continuing our journey downward, we have very good. So these records are close to the previous category, with the exception of having more obvious flaws. So more groove wear, more ring wear, more writing and or tape on the center label, and even some light scratches that may be audible during the quiet passages of the music. These records also have more surface noise, more creases, and more obvious seam splitting on the record jacket. And in general, just more signs of human handling, including even price stickers that are stuck to it as well. All right, now even further down, we have the category of good. These records will play through without skipping, but they do have significant surface noise, groove wear, ring wear, worn out labels, lots of writing and or damage to the record jacket, seam splits that are very obvious, and overall, lots of signs of human handling, like price stickers that have been placed on the jacket and then ripped off later, but not all the way. So you got that weird kind of ripped sticker thing going on the cover. So that one would be in the good category. It's not bad, but it could be a whole lot better. And finally, dead last, we have the category of poor. These records are atrocious and useless. These records are badly warped, scratched, and cracked. Basically, the kind of records that you wouldn't even want to attempt to play on your turntable, because you'd know that doing so might damage your record needle or stylus. So that would not be good. Basically, these unfortunate records will most likely end up as frisbees, wall art, or simply trash. And as far as the record jackets are concerned, they fare no better. As the Goldmine site states, quote, "The covers are so heavily damaged that you almost want to cry." So yeah, these are the bottom of the barrel records. They are complete dog shit. Now, another important aspect that's worth mentioning here is that both the record and the jacket are graded separately. As the website explains, quote, "Most of the time, LPs are sold with two grades, one for the record and one for the cover. We list only one grade, however, because with some exceptions, albums without covers are worthless, and covers without the accompanying record are worthless. If an album is graded very good for the cover and very good plus for the record, add these two values together and divide by 2 to get a rough estimate of the value of a mixed grade LP," unquote. So basically what they're saying is that within the Goldmine standard, you have to factor in the quality of both the record disc and the record jacket. So overall, this system does make a lot of sense if you think about it. Now, another important question is, does a sealed record automatically mean that it's mint? Well, the answer to that is no. Although many records will fetch a higher price if they're still sealed, there is also the possibility that that particular record could have been resealed and is actually, in fact, used. Or maybe the album jacket looks good, but the record inside has some sort of defect from the factory, like a label that's been stamped off-center or a bad warp. Or maybe, even stranger, the record inside the sealed jacket is not the same artist that's on the cover. That does happen from time to time. Also, as a side note, one time I opened up a sealed Jim Croce album from 1972 and it was badly warped. It looked like a frickin' UFO on my turntable. Not fun. So basically, just because a record is sealed does not always mean that it's mint. So overall, this grading system is really just a guideline for you to follow in order to know where your individual records stand. But hopefully now, after watching this, you know a little bit more about the record grading process. Alright, now before we go, today's song of the day is Buddy Holly by Weezer. And if you have a suggestion for a song of the day as well, post it in the comments down below, and you might see it in a future video. Okay, now what do you think about this record grading system? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you love collecting records and want to learn even more about them, then feel free to smash that subscribe button and hit the little bell notification right down there so you won't miss out on the new videos. And most importantly of all, have an awesome day, stay safe, and keep spinning that vinyl.